Ladies, let us have an honest conversation. And I mean the kind of honest conversation that your best girlfriend has been too polite to have with you. For decades, the fashion industry has been selling us the same tired lie. If you want a flat stomach, you have exactly 3 options. Starve yourself, squeeze yourself into spandex so tight it rearranges your organs, or hand over a small fortune to a surgeon. That has been the deal. Take it or leave it. Well, darling, I am here today to tell you that we are leaving it. All of it. On the floor. Where it belongs. Because at 60 plus, we have grandbabies to chase, good food to eat, and a life that is entirely too full and too fabulous to spend 1 more minute sucking anything in. I am officially, loudly, and with my whole chest, resigning from the Suck It In committee. And I want you to resign with me. Welcome to Chic Melanin. The only fashion space on the internet that is unapologetically, completely, and joyfully made for black women over 60 who are done shrinking themselves for anybody. And today, we are talking about 7 specific pants styles that use fabric weight, zipper placement, pocket geometry, and pure tailoring genius to give you a tummy tuck effect without a single scalpel, without a single waist trainer, and without a single moment of discomfort. Now stay with me all the way through because pant number 5 is going to completely change your relationship with your mirror forever. I am not exaggerating. Keep watching. But first, drop a comment right now and tell me this. Are you a wide-leg woman, a slim trouser woman, or are you still out here in the leggings and hoping for the best? Because this community is real and I genuinely want to know who is in this room with me today. And if you have not subscribed to Chic Melanin yet, hit that button right now and turn on your notifications. We are just getting started. Now, let us talk about something important before we get into the 7 pants. We have spent 40 years dressing for other people. Dressing for the male gaze. Dressing for what society said was acceptable. Dressing to minimize, to apologize, to disappear. And I want to say this clearly. That era is over. This decade, we dress for our own joy. Our own comfort. Our own power. But joy does not mean we have stopped caring how we look. Absolutely not. We are going for what I like to call the international woman of mystery look. The woman who looks like she owns a vineyard somewhere in Tuscany, speaks 3 languages, and can sit down to a 3-course meal without unbuttoning a single thing under the table. That woman exists. And she is wearing the right pants. So let us find them. Pant number 1. The high-rise wide-leg trouser. Ladies, think about your favorite architectural landmark. A Parisian museum. A Roman villa. What do they all have in common? Columns. Strong, tall, unshakable columns that never look stuffed or strained. That is exactly what the high-rise wide-leg pant does for your silhouette. Now here is where most women get it completely wrong, and this is the controversial part that nobody wants to admit. We have been trained to wear tight pants to hold everything in. Squeeze it all together and hope for the best. But all that squeezing does is create the muffin top effect, where the tummy gets pushed up and over the waistband for the whole world to see. And ladies, we are not muffins. We are the whole bakery. These pants do not squeeze. They skim. Look for a waistband that is at least 2 inches wide because a thin waistband will roll down under a tummy. A wide waistband acts like a soft, built-in hug that stays exactly where you put it all day long. The waist should sit at your narrowest point, just about 1 inch above the belly button, creating one long unbroken line from your ribs all the way to the floor. Choose a heavy crepe or wool blend that falls like a waterfall rather than clinging to the thigh or knee. Pair these with a crisp white poplin shirt and here is the trick most stylists never share. Do not tuck it in flat. Give it a soft little billow at the waist. It creates a shadow that makes whatever is underneath completely and utterly invisible. A woman in my community wore these to lunch last week and her friend asked if she had been hitting the gym. She said, "No, darling, I just discovered the power of a well-placed pleat. And that is not magic. That is just physics." Pant number 2. The flat front side zip trouser. Ladies, let us name the real enemy of an elegant silhouette. The front fly. Between the zipper, the button, and that little flap of fabric, we are stacking 3 layers of bulk in the one place we least want any attention. It is basically a neon sign pointing directly at our midsection saying, "Look here." Enter the side zip. By moving the closure to the hip, the entire front panel becomes as smooth as a fresh coat of paint. No zipper bulge when you sit. No button poking through your beautiful silk knit top. Just a clean, uninterrupted front that is honestly the closest thing to a tummy tuck you can get without a medical degree. Look for a pair with a reinforced front panel. Not a waist trainer. Just a double layer of the same trouser fabric that acts like a gentle shield, holding its shape beautifully while you move. A stretch woven fabric with a little lycra or elastane will move with you while staying crisp from morning to evening. Since the front is so smooth, this is the perfect opportunity for those gorgeous fine gauge knits and cashmere sweaters you have been saving. Let them skim right over the waistband without a single lump or bump showing through. Pair with a tailored blazer left open and a sleek loafer. The vertical lines of the blazer frame that flat front panel perfectly. It is the ultimate effortless and expensive look. I call these my buffet pants. You can have the lobster, the chocolate soufflé, and go back for seconds, and your waistband will never, not once, betray you. It is our little secret. And we are keeping it. Pant number 3. The Hollywood waistband trouser. Most pants are made with 2 separate pieces. The leg and the waistband sewn on top of it. That seam creates a horizontal cut right across the middle of your body. And horizontal lines across the midsection are never, ever our friends. They emphasize exactly what we are trying to streamline. A Hollywood waistband is cut from one single continuous piece of fabric that flows from the leg all the way to the top with no seam. No interruption. No horizontal break. Just a smooth, elegant vertical journey for the eye. It is old-school Hollywood glamour that actually respects a woman's curves. Because there is no seam to fold over, these pants do not roll down when you sit at dinner or at your bridge game. They stay standing tall. Just like we do. Look for these in viscose or gabardine. You want a fabric that feels heavy in your hand but feels like liquid on your body. Wear a top in a similar color family to maximize that long seamless line. Navy pants, light blue silk blouse. Unbroken vertical elegance from shoulder to floor. Finish with a delicate silk scarf at the waist instead of a thick belt and let your jewelry do the talking. A stunning brooch or a large pair of pearl earrings pulls all the attention upward to your beautiful face. I always feel like I should be holding a glass of champagne and overlooking a terrace when I wear these. They remind you that you are the leading lady. Not the supporting character. Never the supporting character. Pant number 4. The structured paper bag waist. Now wait. Before you click away, I need you to hear me out on this one. Because I know exactly what you are thinking. A paper bag waist with my tummy? Has she completely lost her mind? And here is what I need you to understand. The paper bag waist does not sit on your tummy. It creates a brand new waistline above it. It is a decorative illusion. Think of it like a beautifully wrapped gift. The bow is at the top and everything underneath is simply a gorgeous mystery. The mistake most women make with this style is buying it in thin, flimsy linen or jersey. That is a firm no. We want stiff cotton, heavy linen, or tencel. Fabric that stands up on its own. If the fabric flops over, the whole illusion collapses. Look for deep vertical pleats that run from the very top of the waistband straight down the leg. They hold the shape out so the fabric never collapses against your midsection. Because the pants have all that beautiful structure at the waist, your top must be slim. A fitted silk camisole or a fine ribbed cotton tee creates the contrast that makes the whole look work. And here is the styling secret. Never tie the belt dead center. Tie it slightly to the left or right. It breaks the horizontal line and creates a chic asymmetrical look that is pure Parisian grandmother energy. I wore these to a garden party last spring and a woman half my age asked where I got them. I told her they were vintage inspired. What I did not tell her was that they were hiding 3 eclairs from the dessert table. Ultimate fashion camouflage. Pretty, playful, and perfectly poised. And now, pant number 5. The one I promised you at the beginning. The one that is going to change everything. The double Ponte slim leg. Ladies, let us have a real heart-to-heart about leggings. We love them. I love them. But most leggings are essentially high-definition television for every ripple, every bump, and certainly every bit of a tummy. They are comfortable liars that make us feel held in while showing everything to the world. The double Ponte is entirely different. Think of it as Spanx built directly into the fabric of the pant, but without the squeeze, without the restriction, and without that sausage casing feeling we all know and hate. It is a thick double-knit fabric with memory. It does not just sit on your skin. It creates a smooth, firm wall that stays exactly where you place it. When you pick up a pair of double Ponte pants, they should feel heavy in your hands. If they feel light as a feather, put them right back. That weight is the structural shield for your lower belly. Look for a version with a wide flat elastic waistband hidden inside. No zippers, no buttons, just a smooth 3-inch band that distributes pressure so evenly you forget it is there. A pro tip that will change your life. Look for Ponte pants with a stitched-in crease, a pin tucked straight down the front of the leg. It adds a vertical line that makes your legs look like they go on for miles, even in flat shoes. Pair with a long line white shirt hitting mid-thigh, throw a navy blazer over your shoulders, and add a sleek ankle boot. It is that lady of the manor look. Sharp, sophisticated, and incredibly streamlined. These are my travel secret. 6 hours on a plane, walk off looking like I stepped straight out of a boutique, and my tummy feels like it is being held in a warm, supportive hug the entire time. The comfort of pajamas with the soul of a tuxedo. If you are still watching, first of all, I love you. And second, hit that like button right now because we have 2 more game-changing pants styles to get through and they are absolutely worth staying for. Drop a comment below and tell me which one has been your favorite so far. Pant number 6. The pleated Palazzo. I can already hear some of you. Pleats. On this body? And here is what I need you to understand. Not all pleats are created equal. Forget those big chunky schoolgirl pleats. We are talking about micro pleats. Tiny accordion-style folds that behave like liquid. Think of these pants like a beautiful curtain. When you stand still, they fall in a perfectly straight, slimming vertical line. When you move, they expand and float, skimming over the tummy without grabbing it, without clinging to it, without drawing a single moment of attention to it. Then the moment you stand back up, they snap right back into a slim elegant column. It is the ultimate now you see it, now you do not fashion trick. Look for a lustrous polyester or silk blend with a hint of sheen. That light reflecting quality actually camouflages the contours of the tummy in a way that matte fabric simply cannot. Pair champagne-colored pleated palazzos with a matching silk blouse and a long sheer duster coat for that billionaire on vacation look. Or go sharper with a cropped structured jacket that defines your rib cage and lets the pants float freely over everything else. I wore these to my niece's wedding and felt like a shimmering Greek goddess the entire evening. My husband asked if I had lost weight. I winked and said, "No dear. I have simply mastered the art of the accordion." And finally, pant number 7. The tuxedo striped trouser. Ladies, men have been wearing tuxedo stripes for centuries. And do you know why? Because that single vertical stripe on the side of the leg makes them look taller, sharper, leaner, and more powerful without changing a single thing about their body. And if it works for them, imagine what it does for us. That side stripe creates a false edge to your frame. It forces the eye to travel up and down a vertical line rather than across the width of your hips or the curve of your tummy. Think of it like a racing stripe. It defines a perimeter that appears narrower than your actual body. It is the most elegant way to subtract visual volume without losing a single pound. We are not looking for a tracksuit stripe. We want a 1-inch satin or grosgrain ribbon. Too thin and it vanishes. Too thick and it adds bulk. That 1 inch is the old money sweet spot. Look for stripes positioned slightly toward the front of the leg rather than exactly on the side seam. This pulls the eye inward and makes the front of your body look narrower than it is. Pair a navy tuxedo stripe pant with a crisp white tailored shirt, pop the collar, roll the sleeves, and add a bold gold watch. You look like the chief executive officer of your own life. And that is exactly what you are. I wore these to a gallery opening and someone asked if I had had work done. I told them, yes. Very expensive work done by a tailor in Milan. The look on their face was absolutely priceless. Now here is the deeper truth that I want to leave you with today, and this is the part that really matters. We are at an age where we do not dress to hide anymore. We have done enough hiding. Enough minimizing. Enough apologizing for taking up space. These 7 pants are not tricks to fool the world. They are tools to help you feel as powerful, as radiant, and as completely, unapologetically yourself as you actually are. Because here is the controversial truth that the fashion industry will never say out loud. Black women over 60 have the most extraordinary figures in the world. Not despite our curves, not despite our softness, not despite the beautiful changes that decades of living have brought to our bodies. Because of all of it. Every single bit of it. And we deserve clothing that celebrates that. Clothing that works with us. Clothing that frames the story of a woman who has lived fully, loved deeply, and is nowhere near finished. So here is your challenge for this week. Open your wardrobe and ask yourself honestly. Are my pants working for me? Or have I just been settling? Because settling stopped being an option the moment you found Chic Melanin. Drop a comment right now and tell me which of these 7 pants styles you are trying first. And tell me where in the world you are watching from, because our Chic Melanin sisterhood stretches from Lagos to London, Accra to Atlanta, Nairobi to New York, and every single one of us is glowing and growing together. If this video gave you something valuable today, share it with a sister who needs this conversation. And subscribe to Chic Melanin if you have not already, because next week we are going even deeper into wardrobe wisdom made specifically and lovingly for Black women over 60. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a woman who invests in herself. You are stylish. You are powerful. You are seen. Until next time, keep glowing, keep growing, and keep reminding this world that Black women over 60 are not fading out. We are dressing up and showing out. This is Chic Melanin. And you, my darling, are absolutely chic.